Communications. This is Denise on a recorded line. How can I help you?
Yes, I'm recording as well. I was calling to see if you were aware of Gulfport Officer Ross harassment of Mr. Rodriguez, and if you guys are aware of it, if you guys were going to allow it to continue.
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, sorry about that. I said I'm on a recorded line as well, and I was asking if you were aware of the Gulfport Officer Ross harassment of Mr. Rodriguez, and if you guys are aware of it, if you're going to allow it to continue.
What is your name? Did you just not call here about this?
I did not. This is my first telephone call. My name is Harold Michael Smith, Jr., and if you do not have my number on caller ID, I can provide it to you now.
Okay, what is it, sir? And you said Officer Ross is harassing someone?
Yes, over the past couple years, Mr. Ray Rodriguez, he's been issuing him frivolous citations, and excessively.
Okay, so how do you know Ray Rodriguez? I mean, why are you calling in reference to him?
I'm a concerned citizen. I'm a concerned citizen. I don't have any particular relationship to him, and nothing. I mean, I'm not going to disclose any per my personal business. I call with a specific question, and any citizen, we all are subject, to law enforcement. And when I come to Pinellas County, I know because when I come back there. Well, I'm concerned because when I come back there, I don't want to be subject to that. So I was like, again, I called with question. I wasn't complaining or doing anything like this. I was.
But can I ask you, who is Ray Rodriguez? Who is he?
He's a resident of Pinellas County.
Is he a resident of Gulfport?
I do not know his personal address. I mean, if I did, I wouldn't feel right, giving you his personal info, but I actually don't know it.
No, I know. I understand what you're saying. I'm just trying to figure out about Ray Rodriguez.
Yeah. Again, there's multiple citations over like a 2-year period. So it would be. I'm in your position. I imagine it'd be pretty easy to find, that name and the history and I know there's been, formal complaints even probably. So, yeah, I definitely want to answer any question I can. I'm literally just calling as a concerned citizen. I'm a native of Florida. I'm not in Florida at the moment, but it wouldn't matter, obviously, right?
How do you spell his last name, Rodriguez?
Let's see here. Hang on one second. I believe it is Rodriguez.
And his first name is Ray, R-A-Y.
I apologize. I believe he's not. I don't know him at all, but we have mutual. I know people who know of him, so I'm guessing at his name. And it's Ray. I imagine Ray is short for Raymond. I would assume.
Okay, so who would you like to speak to?
Oh, anyone who could answer those questions. If they are aware of.
It would have to be the assistant chief of police.
Yeah.
Over in Gulfport.
Yeah.
But I can put a call in and
yeah.
contact you.
Yeah. Yes, please. And two things. One, Gulfport Police Department lists your number as their after-hours number. And number.
We dispatch for them.
Awesome. Yeah, cool. And then I have a question because I'm much more familiar with Georgia law than I am Florida law. I assume that the sheriff of Pinellas County has some degree of jurisdiction statewide, right?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah.
No, in Pinellas County.
Okay, that's why I was asking as a question. And I know Georgia and Wyoming and Oregon and a number of other places, the sheriff is responsible only for their county, but they actually are allowed to operate statewide. And I did not know if that was true in Florida or not.
I don't know. You would have to ask. You would have to call
Thank you.
Contact general counsel.
I will. I'll consult the general counsel for the county. And then I appreciate it if you would forward my message to the assistant police chief of Gulfport Police Department, and then and the last thing, just to add, which is just a request, is that if the sheriff becomes aware of this, and I understand that Gulfport Police Department has internal affairs and they have their own procedures, but if the sheriff does become aware of this, the sheriff does have jurisdiction over the officer and over the police chief. I'm not saying that they can supersede their jurisdiction or anything like that, but if a sheriff's deputy pulled over an officer that was drunk driving, the sheriff's deputy could arrest the officer. So the sheriff does have responsibility for the entire county, and if he becomes aware of a citizen's rights being violated within the county, regardless if it's by a police officer or not, then the sheriff does have authority, to handle that. So
I don't know how that would work. I'm a call taker in a communications center.
Well, I'm just yeah, exactly. That's why I'm just giving this to you. It's recorded,
Yeah,
so you can pass this along.
Yeah, I'm going to put a call in for your complaint of harassment and have someone call you.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
Okay?
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Welcome. Bye-bye.
Hello?
Yes, this is Harold Smith.
Yeah, it is.
This is Sergeant Kellington with the Gulfport Police Department.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, sir.
Good.
What can I help you with today?
Yeah, I was just calling. I assume you guys know of Officer Ross's behavior in regards to Ray Rodriguez, the rights violations and the harassment and all that.
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. That was part one of the two-part question, and the second question was, are you guys doing anything to rein him in?
That's going to be between his direct supervisor and whenever Mr. Rodriguez comes in and files the complaint.
That means the additional complaints? I know Chief Vincent's already has multiple complaints, right?
To my knowledge, he's filed complaints and Chief Vincent's addressed them.
Okay.
As far as anything recent, I know nothing about.
Okay. I mean, we'll FOIA request everything and all that, and then if we continue to see evidence that it is continuing, then we'll just keep following up. The Pinellas County Sheriff has some responsibilities here. If the police department doesn't police themselves, so as everyone likes to use the phrase "a few bad apples," but everyone always forgets that the phrase is "a few bad apples spoils the entire bunch." So like the ones that are not bad apples, like if they don't deal with it and they don't rein them in, then it's only a matter of time, and the whole bunch is spoiled, and it's unfortunate, I can tell you my experience in Gulfport. I've only had I've never had like interactions as a suspect or something, but interactions I've had there have been top notch, and especially with the sheriff's office and in your police department.
Okay.
But and we want to maintain that, and so, but this is the individual citizens' rights are paramount, So yeah, again, those are the only questions. Like, are you aware of it? Yes. Are you going to do something about it? I realize you're not going to divulge disciplinary action. So the proof's in the pudding. Hopefully Ross is reined in, and there's no further issues. But we're all watching. So.
Alrighty.
All right, I do appreciate your call back. And what was your name again?
Kellington, Kellington.
Kellington, and you're sergeant, right?
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much. I do appreciate the call.
Yes, sir.
Bye-bye.